Hello, children. Now we have reached the last chapter of Standard 11 academic year. This chapter is a completely theory chapter which introduces about the emerging trends of information technology. The terms and terminologies which we study is not to be by-hearted but to understand. Sometimes the same chapter will be continued in your standard 12, so give the equal importance to it properly and study. Okay, so we'll start. The first word is something like a buzzword which you might have already heard, in many in different perspectives. That is artificial intelligence. Let's start with the presentation. All right, now we have here, you can see the definition of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a word which is used when you think about making a software, especially a kind of a robot which can think or act smartly like a human being. So when the intelligence is like a man-made, that becomes decision making systems will be there, that becomes artificial intelligence. So that is what we are going to see. You can just see the first sentence over here, the self-explanatory sentence. It is comprised of two words, artificial and intelligence, where artificial means man-made and intelligence means thinking power. Hence AI means a man-made thinking power. But that's not the definition. That is just to understand. Artificial intelligence exists when there is a machine which can have human based skills. What is human based skills? Which can decide on a particular, perspective, on a particular situation, how we will behave. The same behavior if you instill in a machine, how that will behave, that is termed as artificial intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, and solving problems. So the mathematician John McCarthy, who was the father of the artificial intelligence, he says it is the science and engineering of making intelligence machine. Science and engineering means it should include both the perspectives of science, that is biology, chemistry, physics, maths, psychology. So many different subjects can come here, which comprises together to make this reality or the dream possible, which we now call it as artificial intelligence. You remember, you have to say this very clearly that in the year when your father or mother were born, or even when you were born, this particular artificial intelligence was not entertained over here, because it was just telling that it will take over all the humans job. But slowly we know now how to control that. Now, why are we actually requiring this AI, the systems which holds intelligent behavior, which can learn, which can demonstrate, which can explain and advise to its users. That means a particular area, example, an operation theater where normally the human brain should work on a particular kind of an operation. If a machine is working, whether we really will be whether it will be a successful process or not, that can be explained on the kind of software with which the machine is programmed. So that is the reason why we require to implement human intelligence in machines, creating systems that can understand, think, and learn and behave like humans. So the definition is here. What is AI? It is a science and engineering of making intelligence machines. It exists where a machine can have human based skills such as learning, reasoning, and solving problems. And the goal is to create system that can understand, think, learn, and behave like humans. All right, so we are going to the next one. Applications, where and all we have seen. Now, before I show this to you, I would like to show you something else, that is one another area from where I took uh, I found that is more interesting than this one. Examples, can you see this one? This one, the best examples of artificial intelligence in everyday life, which I think if you check also you'll be able to make out very easily. See, video games is a perfect simple example. Automobiles like Tesla, entertainments like Netflix and YouTube. Why so? When we choose certain kind of categories in Netflix. After that, the kind of movies which they display on our wall in Netflix will be based on the choices we make in the first when we subscribe. Say three or four films they will ask you to choose. So they will actually program in such a way that, or the artificial intelligence system of Netflix will program in such a way that it will always think about the kind of movies which you watch is going to be on that particular genre. So it is important that if you want to change the style, you should search by yourself the kind of films you want. Otherwise, it will be only showing the films which was based on the pattern which will be based on the first kind of choices you made. That applies to the virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, and all those things. Siri and Alexa, some of you might have experienced that working process. That is also programmed in such a way that you know some other people have sat and asked an umpteen number of questions to this, and based on that only the way you ask it will answer. So don't think it can actually answer everything you ask. That is one example. Let us move on. Sorry, we need to be very clear about what we are talking about. Examples, see, healthcare, we just told about the operation. Education, automating grading system, where you put a grade and automatically the grade is coming. In Google Classroom, when we talk about grading, putting grades, if I create a rubric system over there, automatically the marks are being graded without any calculation required. Autonomous vehicles, for advanced features, we can even think about a vehicle which doesn't require a driver actually. Business for smoothing overall processes, travel industry for predicting pricing pattern, and social media for serving personalized experience. All these are applications of AI. And then comes something which we were using for a long time, but we never know. Amazon, yes, it is a virtual assistant which will again help you to purchase what you like or what you don't like also. And it will be always coming on the wall based on the patterns or based on the different choices you made earlier. All the other things which you see over here as examples are also your virtual assistants examples. Understood, no? So when we talk about artificial intelligence, now all these are pictures only. We will just come back to what I was talking earlier, just to remember the things I just showed you that. So when we think about these things, yes, I have just switched on to presentation modes. You can think about gaming. Export system, if you can't remember export system, you can think about the operation theater case, and then you can think about Amazon. All these are areas, virtual assistants. So you can think about those two also. The different kinds of applications which showed you now. Handwriting recognition, where it is speech therapist uses artificial intelligence. The rocket launching system in uses intelligence robots. Vision system, that is in your eye specialist, your doctors, all these peoples uses vision system and the expert system to choose upon what is the best remedy for a particular for a problem. That can also be done with the help of AI. So remember, these are the main areas where you use it. Natural language processing is nothing but which is going to come exclusively where human understandable or human's language has been what they call decoded or understood by the Siri or by Alexa, and they answer you back. So that is natural language processing. So there you can think about Alexa and Siri. So these things are your examples of where and all AI is used. Now see another example or another statement is here. Artificial intelligence is a science and technology based on disciplines such as computer science, biology, psychology, linguistics, mathematics, and engineering. So if you want, you can think about this also. But I prefer to have the first definitions. Okay. So let's continue with what we're talking. So we were just going to see the difference between your normal programming which we learn in Python and the AI programming. Now what is the difference when we think about three important steps in any programming? It is input, processing, and output. Input, what we do in Python, which we just studied, you actually enter a set of alphanumeric symbols, correct? Input data in the form of integers, strings, decimals. But in AI programming, the input can be, depending upon the situation's requirements, can be a sight or a sound or a touch or a smell or a taste. Understood, no? Sight means this very clearly given one-dimensional symbol such as typed text, anything like that. So it cannot be a normal way of putting the data in the form of integers, decimals. So it can be anything other than which you see in the real world. Then processing. What is the processing? It is actually based on that some mathematical calculation will be there. It is based on that you'll be processing it, correct? Here the processing will be based on the kind of patterns which we have given and the kinds of search which we've already done, and that is how they process the kind of outputs. It is not the desired output which we come across in a artificial intelligence. It is the output which been actually processed on the basis of the searches or the choices you may already made in that particular software of artificial intelligence. For example, in artificial intelligence based what you call washing machine, if you choose a particular kind of an mode, when you on it, it will be always on that mode because that is what you choose in the beginning. If you want to change it, you have to set it according to that. Next time it will be on that particular mode itself. It won't change to a normal state. So that is all programmed. Then output. What are the outputs? Of course, we know the output in a normal programming is what you see as this alphanumeric symbols, such as your, you know, data frames series or tables as you saw in your SQL, all those things, or even in your corresponding Python, you saw the different kinds of output which is coming. Your list is there, dictionary is there. If even you can draw a chart with the help of Python, which you will be learning in the next year. So all those things can come. But what about the other side? In artificial intelligence, it can be a process of where you will be able to see something, well be able to synthesize a speech coming. You can regulate the movements in a space or in a car, etc., etc. So many different kinds of outputs can be there. So this is just to understand how does your normal and your AI works. Now the advantages, why we require, of course we require it because we prefer to have that. It gives you high accuracy. Speed is there, useful for risky areas in the sense wherever the business is risky, in a sea, in the sky, or an operation theater where the human's intelligence can fumble in between, because if we are tense, we know what will happen everywhere, isn't it? That particular tension will never come for a machine, so that can be useful for risky areas. Digital assistants, as you just saw in Siri or Alexa or even in Amazon, different kinds of website which help us to do our daily requirements or complete our daily requirements, and uses a public utility, that is a self-driving car which can make our journey safer, or a facial recognition in the system in our laptop, etc. So this is the first part of your artificial intelligence. Based on that, we will be actually just understanding more about a little bit more. What are the different types of subfields? You have artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Don't worry about these terms because it is just for you to just understand. So terms and terminologies are important. Now machine learning, it is important that if you really wanted to design a operating system, you need to learn machine learning. It is a system that can learn examples through self-improvement and without being explicitly coded by programmer. Or you can say, if a machine has to be manufactured, you better learn the machine learning. And what is happening where you understand only the matter of zeros and ones. Where and all machine learning is used. Subdivisionals only, or AI only, same thing. Image recognition, speech recognition, traffic prediction. What is actually having, in a highway where you drive a car in the speed limit, exceeding the speed limit of what they say, they will immediately catch up the car's number plate, and they'll send you of course intimations regarding that. That's because they can easily capture the image from a far off distance. Traffic predictions are based on the kind of traffic started from this place. We know that okay, when you reach space say at 8:30 the traffic started, so if it is 9:30, depending upon the number of cars you have in the street, what will happen by 9:30 can be predicted. Okay, so that's it. Then your virtual personal assistant, which now we just told about, or your Siri, your Google Assistant, etc. Online fraud detection. If you really wanted to make sure you people are copying, or if copy pasting is done, there are softwares now available to make sure that that has been identified. So online fraud detection, so many are there, out of which I'm just choosing two or three and talking to you. So applications are there. Earlier it was like advantages was there, difference was there, understand, and that way you just what they call segregate this in the form of the headings which is given over there, so it's easy for you to study. This is not important how machine learning works and all, because you don't have to understand, but you need to know what is natural language processing. So after machine learning, when we talked about deep learning, that is what is happening here in NLP. Remember, NLP has other full forms also, but here it means natural language processing. That is, it is a way to understand and derive meaning from a human language. It is a technology that is used by machines to understand, analyze, and manipulate and interpret human language. It is what is happening in a Siri, Google Assistant, or even an Alexa. There are two types. Most one is used as natural language understanding. The next one is natural language generation. Both just the same thing. The advantage is that it helps to get a direct response within seconds. You don't have to type, you have to just talk. So automatically talking is more favorable than typing. Offers exact answers to the questions, helps to communicate with humans in their own language. It is very time efficient, and to improve the efficiency of documentation, accuracy of the documentation, identify the information from large database. Meaning, suppose if you search for a particular thing and if you make a mistake in the spelling, in that a case of a Google, Googling style, it will lead to some other things. And of course, Google will ask, did you mean this? But if you actually give your voice, it is easy, because exact word, if it is there in any of the websites, easily you can identify. So advantages of NLP is directly given here. I think we'll stop this video for still here. Remember, we started with the emerging trends of of this information technology industry. We learned what is AI, what are the different divisions of AI, what are the applications of AI, and advantages of AI, and also we learned the advantages of NLP. Okay, natural language processing. So with this, I'm stopping the video for the time being. Let's continue this in the coming videos, and you'll be actually having maximum 4 videos in this chapter, with the help of which you'll be learning the process of, or the names of the emerging trends. So the first name was artificial intelligence and subdivisions. Thank you.